We got the deadlift here. I'm going to go with the kettlebell first, and then I'm going to go with the barbell. First thing with the kettlebell is we're going to make sure it's between our ankles. And the reason why I like it between our ankles is because if the kettlebell is in front of you too far, every time you grab something an inch away from your shins, you're putting about 10 pounds of pressure in the lower back. The last thing we want to do is put extra stress on the lower back. The goal is, with the deadlift, is you're not just strengthening up your legs, your glutes, but you're also strengthening up your back, your arms. You're actually toning up your whole body because everything has to stay nice and tight. So, kettlebell will be between our heels, okay, our ankles. We always want to have our feet anywhere from hip to shoulder width apart. If you go a little wider, that's fine, give you flexibility. But think about starting underneath your hips, and if you have to go to your shoulders, that's fine, or in between, or a little wider. We always think about sitting back. We push our hips back. Feel the weight on your heels. Okay, you should be able to flex up your toes at any time. I push my hips back. My weight is on my heels. My chest is up. I do not drop my chest down. I do not round my back. I think about arching my back as I sit back. Your head is always looking straight ahead. If you have to, as you're looking straight ahead, your eyes could actually go to the ceiling while you're telling your nervous system you want to lift up. Do not drop your chin, because now you're going to be stretching the muscles back here, and it's actually pulling and puts you in a weaker position. You're stronger with your chin up, okay? Because everything back here is going to tighten up. You put yourself in a stronger position. Right now, I'll do this with two hands and then one hand. It doesn't matter. I push my weight, my back. My weight's on my heels. Okay? I grab the kettlebell. My chest is up. My back is arched. Everything is tight. I feel my lats being tight. Okay? Because that's going to help your arm to stay back so it doesn't come flying forward. So you want to tighten everything up. Push back. Grab the kettlebell. Push my heels through the floor. My head's neutral. As I stand up, I extend my legs. My knees are locked down. My hips are extended. Push the kettlebell back. Explode. Push your heels through the floor. As we're coming up, we don't think about coming up with our arm. My arm is locked out. Think about flexing your triceps. Tighten everything up. Push your heels to the floor. Lock out. Hips are always extended at the top. You know it. Yeah. Flex back. Push your heels to the floor. Back is slightly arched. Extend the hips. Everything is locked out at the top. Now keep your hips back. Anal lock in the front. You want to have an anal lock right here. Feel the hips extend. That's where your power is coming from. The reason why we push through our heels, it activates our hamstrings, activates your glutes. Okay? And we finish off with hip extension because that's where our power comes from. So you got the kettlebell between your legs. You can also think about having the kettlebells out to the side. Grab it from by the ankles, same thing. Back is arched. Grab it, tighten up my arms, push my heels through the floor. I don't think about lifting the weight with my upper body. I think about lifting with my legs. Push up, extend the hips. Now, as you're coming down, kettlebells on the side, you have to be really tight with your lats. Flex them. Coming down, think about keeping your hands away from you. Okay? Same thing. I don't think about lifting my upper body. I think about using my legs. Don't try to come up fast. Don't try to jerk the weight with your upper body. Don't bend your arms. You're going to be weaker. Keep the arms straight. Tighten up your lats. Flex them. Flex your triceps. Arch your back. Push your back, chest up. Squeeze the kettlebell like you're going to break the handle. Push the heels through the floor. And extend your legs. Knees locked out. Glutes are tight as anything right here. I'm pitching a coin. My hips are extended. Now, if I went to the barbell, bring my shins against the barbell. So I got these socks on. The barbell rubs up against your shins. It's uncomfortable. So those of you that don't feel like using the barbell, and I will say this, if you're going to go with a barbell, you better have extreme, awesome posture. So you better make sure your back isn't round. You better have awesome form. With the barbell, because now my shoulders are going to want to come forward, and they will come slightly forward. You got to really tighten up your chest, especially your lat muscles. Because this is going to help keep your shoulders from wanting to come forward and your back rounded. So if you're not sure, the kettlebell is actually easier. They also have trap bars where you can stand in the middle of the bar. You have your hands on the side. So just imagine a bar. Okay, they call it the trap bar. You're in the middle, you got the handles on the side. It forces you to keep your shoulders in line with your ears. So you go down, you grab it like this, and then come up. And instead of grabbing two kettlebells, you can actually think about grabbing one. It's awesome for your stabilizers. Okay, so as I'm lifting this up, instead of tipping over, it forces me this side, my stabilizers to work harder. I think about lifting two, and I come up with one. Think about going down with two, think about coming up with one. You probably see a little tilt right there. Barbell, you think about rubbing the bar up against our shin, same thing. Push the butt back, stay tight, bring this thing right up against my shins, and extend the hips. Squeeze my glutes as tight as I can. Bring it right down against my legs. Boom. Now if you go to barbell, you got a couple of grips. Overhand grip, which is harder, and you're going to want to hook it. So take your thumb, think about putting it around your middle finger or your pointer, and that'll help lock you in. The weight gets too heavy, alternate the grip. So anytime I go heavy, most of the time, I'll look to do it this way one time, one set, this way another set. I'll do a couple reps this way, and a couple reps that way to balance it out. No difference in the barbell, I mean the kettlebell. Squat down, get my grip, be this way, be this way, bring this thing up against my shins, and I always extend my hips at the top. My glutes are as tight as a rock right now. And when the weight's heavy, the last inch or two, I kind of almost like drop it down. Now, one thing you don't want to do with the deadlift is when you go down here, hang out for more than 3 seconds. You're going to weaken yourself up. Okay, so when you go down, think about on 1 or 2 or 3 coming up. Make sure you're staying tight in your core. Do not relax. Do not relax going down. Do not relax coming up. You will have shallow breathing coming up. When you get to the top, extend hips. Let the air out. And then shallow breathing coming down. Fighting it coming down. Give you an idea to see how it looks from the back. That's a deadlift. Awesome exercise to activate your hamstrings and your glutes. You want to get a stronger butt, you want to work your glutes, deadlift's an awesome exercise. You're also working your upper body. You don't realize how tight you are with your upper body. So even toning up your upper body by flexing everything, it's going to help tone up your upper body. You will actually feel later on that you worked out your upper body. You know what you're doing is called the glutes. Great exercise, incorporate in your workout.